What's up, Huckers? Big Country here for our final day of our brand new MVP release week, and we're going to be reviewing the Plasma Amp. Once again, this was provided to us by Infinite Discs, and we'll be giving this particular Plasma Amp away. We're going to review it against a classic, the Innova Leopard, and we're going to review it against the Yikun Hu, which is my understable fairway driver of choice. The Hu is pretty understable, and both the Amp and the Leopard are lightly understable, so we'll see how it all adds up. We're going to do some field work, then we're going to play some holes at the Aviary, and we'll see some final conclusions here in a bit. Son of a gun! Dark. How many sidearm discs? Do it again. Oh, dude. What we found is that the Plasma Amp is pretty similar in stability to the Leopard, a little more all-around stable. Definitely more overstable in all aspects of flight than the Yikun Hu. A lot of MVP and Axiom fans say that MVP is one of the best companies because of its consistency. And our field tests here have shown that they are tops when it comes to consistency, because this Plasma Amp flies just like any other amp I've ever thrown. So that bodes well for MVP. It's nice and durable, it's flexy, grippy, it's a pretty decent disc. So we're going to take it out, we're going to throw it on 2 holes at the Aviary against the Leopard and the Hu, and we'll be back with some final conclusions. We're here at hole 2 at the Aviary. It's around 310, 315 feet, and it's actually straight ahead off the tee box. But you can see that you can't see the basket. It's pretty much a blind shot. So there's really no way to go straight or go hyzer. You either have to have a killer sidearm or a nice big anhyzer shot, because it actually opens up quite a bit once you get past this tree. So that's what we're going to do. We're going to use the Hu, which is what I normally use on this hole, the Leopard, and the Plasma Amp on a big anhyzer line. We're going to see which one gets us close to the basket, and hopefully we can keep them all out of Fountain Creek. Well, our Leopard cut rolled and left us way over here with this tree in the way with pretty much a guaranteed bogey. The Amp, on the other hand, held the line beautifully, held that perfect anhyzer line, didn't cut roll, and left us right here, which is about 80 to 90 feet from the basket. An easy 3, and if you're an awesome putter, you can potentially run that because there's a backstop. You don't have to worry about getting into the river. turn into a roller, but actually managed to roll pretty far and left us right over here. It's the closest to the basket, but it still doesn't give us a birdie look. You have to pitch out this way and still kind of give yourself a long tester putt. So, as far as easy birdies, none of the discs set us up with a perfect drive. However, Amp left us with the best shot for a guaranteed par. So now we're at our last hole for our understable drivers. I'm a little cautious to throw the Hu on this one because it's so flippy and we've got some wind, but I'm going to do it anyway because I've got a backup Hu in my bag, so if I lose this one, Amp and the Leopard, I'm a little more confident with in the wind, so we'll see. Our basket's dead ahead, but it's actually quite a bit farther than it looks because there's some crazy elevation changes. Normally I actually throw a distance driver at this because we have the big backstop of the hill, so I can just kind of dig it in and have a nice easy putt. We're going to try it with these understable fairway drivers. We've got a little tail crosswind, and we'll see how it goes. Well, our shots were way too far apart to really do any sort of effective thing, but the Leopard was the closest to the basket, the Hu was the farthest from the basket, and the Amp actually held its line perfectly and sailed past the basket quite a ways. All of them were easy pars. The Leopard and possibly the Amp could have been birdies. So in conclusion, the Plasma Amp's a great choice. It's a good fairway driver. It's not the most understable fairway driver out there, so if you're looking for something that's going to be long turnover, hyzer flip machine, this might not be it initially, but I could see it very well beating into that. MVP does take a while to beat in, and this plasma plastic seems like it's going to be a little more durable than your standard neutron and proton. The only reason I say that is because it's very flexible, so it's going to be able to absorb more hits. Whereas the neutron and the proton will chunk up a little bit and it'll actually change their molecular structure. Now there's all sorts of anecdotal evidence about the gyrotech making these discs hold their line and making them fly farther, and I could say I feel pretty much the same. I think they are as advertised. So if you're an MVP lover, I agree with you to an extent, and if you're an MVP hater, I agree with you to an extent. Basically what I'm saying is you need to try these discs for yourselves, and the MVP Amp is a great place to start, a neutral to understable fairway driver. So if you want your own Plasma Amp from MVP Disc Sports, Maple Valley Plastics, the best way to do it is go on to infinitedisc.com and go buy yourself one. But if you want to get one for free, we got your hookup. You can win this very Plasma Amp, this one that we've been testing, and here's how. You're going to go to the Hucking Aces Facebook page. If you don't already like us, then just find Hucking Aces on Facebook and like it. Find the original post with this review video, like it, share it, and comment with hashtag Gyrotech2015. Once again, that's hashtag Gyrotech2015. Only if you like it, share it, and do that comment, which again, hashtag Gyrotech2015, will you be entered to win our giveaway for this MVP Plasma Amp. So until next time, get out there and huck some discs.